5 billion naira is also lingering on NNPC in this day and age. Who will comprehend such a figure to be expended just to change name of NNPC incorporation from NNPC to NNPCL? 5 billion naira. NNPC should refund the sum of 210 trillion, being the combined sum of 103 trillion and 107 trillion, which were not properly explained to the committee, as the aggregate sum cannot be netted off in tandem with accounting principles. Mele Kyari as the group managing director, Umar Ajia as the chief financial officer, and Bala Wunti as the then GGM Nappings should and must appear before the committee and to be laid by the present management with the entire body of the external auditors that served within the period under review that put together this. NNPC paid 2.9 billion for incorporation expenses from petroleum product proceeds, while Nappings charged 2.9 billion as well against crude oil revenue for the same purpose. This resulted in a combined total amount of 5.9 billion being expended for incorporation by NNPCL just to change the name from NNPC to NNPCL, which is unacceptable.
So as you have seen, Senate committee blows the lid off massive corruption at NNPC. They allegedly spent a whopping 5 billion naira. Some reports say it's 5.9 billion naira just to change the name from NNPC to NNPCL, simply adding the letter L. You could imagine that. But that's not all. The Senate Public Accounts Committee has summoned former NNPCL now and GCEO Mele Kyari and other top officials to explain over 210 trillion naira in unaccounted expenditure and financial discrepancy between 2017 and 2023. From unexplained accrued expenses of 103 trillion naira to sundry receivables of 107 trillion, duplicated subsidy claims, inflated costs, and this insane rebranding bill. To me, well, this should be the biggest scandal in Nigeria's oil sector. Is this not the biggest scandal in Nigeria's oil sector yet? You know, this is a madness. My problem, the Senate will just come and expose, talk, nothing will be done afterwards. How on earth will you change the name of NNPC, the CAC changing of them for NNPC to NNPCL? Not that somebody was using NNPCL before you change it to NNPCL, so you have to pay the person who is using it so that the person will, relinquish it or give it up. No one has ever flouted the name NNPCL. So you use 5 billion naira. Some say it's 5.9 billion naira to change the name from NNPCL to NNPC rather to NNPCL. When I tell people that Tinubu government, Buhari government is one of the worst government Nigeria has ever had. The man just wanted to be president by all means, and he got it. He was just sitting there. He didn't know what was happening, around him. He didn't know what was happening around him. They would just bring document for him to sign. It's just that from former head of state, he's become a president. That's it. That's why Nigerians will make sure some entities, personalities like Atiku, never occupy that house. At that Asoro, never occupy that seat as the president of Nigeria. That's what's happening. Tinubu has always waited to become president of Nigeria. The people that plunder the country are also standing in the line to plunder it further. And it's unfortunate that the youth are not interested in politics. Nigerian youth and other countries of the world are, electing leaders of 40 years, 50 years, but we are electing grandfathers, ancestors to continue to take us 10 times backward. Now that they are investigating it, 5 billion naira. If this money is put into a different sector, in education, even in fixing of roads, Nigeria will be better. Changing of name, NNP. Now, who if he's even changing name? CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission, is it not a Nigerian body? Do you even need to pay to change the name? Shouldn't it be done free as it belongs to the federal government? So here's what we're talking about. So just this Senate committee now, revealing this thing. How long will they take this? That's my problem. How long will they investigate this? Will Mele Kyari and his team be prosecuted? The answer is no. Mele Kyari came in as a NNPC chairman, GCEO rather. He came in as NNPC GCEO under Buhari. And all of the, look at Malami now. Malami is having one issue or the other, from money laundering, from squandering of money and all that, because the guys that came in under Buhari almost scattered away everything Nigeria has that's valuable, because the man doesn't care. He just wanted to be present and he got it. So every other thing doesn't concern him. And you will see some in some videos that in some video interviews that Buhari was granted. He said, "I'm not aware." A man who has special advisor to the media say he's reading newspaper, he saw it on the news. What will your special advisor be doing? That's Buhari. So now it is the turn of the South, remaining 4 years. Before the North will get hold of power again, somebody that is sensible, alive, and active must be the one that will become president. If not, I'm afraid what will happen. And a jihadist, a terrorist, will never become president of Nigeria. Looking at what is going on now, a jihadist and terrorist will never become president of Nigeria.